In this lecture, we will be discussing about the concept of linkage. So, T.H. Morgan, the scientist, he gave the concept of linkage, and he did experiment on Drosophila. Okay, so Drosophila melanogaster, also known as fruit fly, banana fly or mango fly, that we have already discussed in the last lecture, that is on chromosomal theory of inheritance. Okay, so he did several experiments on Drosophila and he gave the concept of linkage. Now the question is, what is linkage? So from the last lecture we have already concluded that genes are located on chromosomes, right? So I have drawn a chromosome and these are the genes A, B, C, D and E. So this concept has already been given by Morgan and he has experimentally proved that. Now these genes are called linked genes. Those genes which are present on chromosome, they are called linked genes. And these genes have the tendency to stay together from one generation to another generation during inheritance. So this tendency is called linkage. Now T.H. Morgan gave the concept of linkage. How he concluded that? So he did 2 experiments on Drosophila that has also been given in your NCERT book. But the experiments given on NCERT, it's not so clear because they have skipped some of the important steps. So you have to watch the experiment, you have to see the experiment very clearly and logically how he concluded that the genes are linked and the genes are not linked. Okay, he did 2 experiments and he concluded 2 different inference from that. So what was the first experiment? The first experiment was he took female Drosophila and it's yellow body color and white eye. The female Drosophila is yellow color and white eye. The male Drosophila is brown color and red eye. This is the first experiment. The second experiment is he took female Drosophila as white eye and miniature wing and male as red eye and normal wing. This is the second experiment. So we will see first and then second experiment. Okay. So in the last lecture we discussed the convention that Morgan followed while writing the allele. So I just want to recap that. So in Drosophila, 3 different distinct characteristics are there. One is brown body color and yellow body color. Second is a red eye and white eye. Third is normal wing and miniature wing. So this brown, red and normal wing, they are wild type. And this yellow, white and miniature, they are mutant type. In other words, the wild type they are considered as dominant and the mutant type they are considered as recessive. Now the convention is that we have to use the letter which is represented by the recessive allele. So for yellow we use small y, and when we add plus then it becomes Y type. So Y plus is dominant. So Y means yellow and Y plus means brown. Likewise, for white we use small w, and for red eye we use W plus. For miniature we use small m, and for normal being we use m plus. So wherever you find plus, it means it is dominant, and when there is no plus, it is recessive. Now see the experiment. In the first experiment, Mendel took female as yellow body and white eye. So YY, WW, this is female. And just like human beings, they also have XX for female and XY as male. And in Drosophila, 2n is equal to 8. 8 number of chromosomes are there. Out of 8, 6 are autosomes and 2 are allosomes or sex chromosomes. So we can write XX, because this is female, with yellow body and white eye. He crossed with a male having Y plus W plus. This is XY. So this is brown body and brown body and red eye. Okay. Plus. This is YW, and this is Y plus, W plus, and this one is Y. Okay. So this is yellow body, white eye, this is brown body, red eye. Okay, and we take it as parents. Now when we form gamete, only one type of gamete will form here, that is Y and W, and this one is X chromosome. Here two types of gametes are formed. One is Y plus, W plus, and this one. This is X and this is Y. How will you get F2 generation? So we have to cross this one from this and this one from this. So what we get in F1 generation? We get the first combination is YW and Y plus, W plus, both are XX, means this one is female. But since Y plus and W plus, they are present, so the female would be brown body and red eye. Brown body and red eye in the F1 generation. Then the next combination, this Y, W, and so this is XY. The male would be yellow body and white eye. Now if you see your NCERT book, they have directly written the F2 generation. How that F2 generation were formed, it's not mentioned in your NCERT, and that's where most of the students they get confused. So we have to see how we got F2 generation. So I write again here F1. So in F1 we have YW, Y plus, W plus, and here YW, this one. This is our F1 generation. Now to get F2, we have to again form gametes. But here is the key. For gamete formation, now these chromosomes are written in horizontal manner. Just to have convenience, I just want to put it in a vertical position. So if I write this WY, Y plus W plus, is there any problem? There is no problem. I have written the same thing in a vertical manner. Okay, here also I can write W, Y, Y, W, this one. Now, between these two chromosomes, crossing over will take place. But as we know, crossing over takes place only between non-sister chromatids. It means this will duplicate and this will also duplicate. So after duplication, we can write it as YW, YW and Y plus W plus and Y plus W plus. I just duplicated this chromosome. I have written it 2 times, I have written it 2 times. Okay, so these are sister chromatids, these are sister chromatids, and these 2 are non-sister chromatids. And crossing over takes place between non-sister chromatids. So the crossing over will take place here. So after crossing over, what we will get? YW. This will remain as it is because it has not taken part in crossing over. Now this will change Y W plus and Y plus W and then Y plus W plus. Okay. Now we have 4 types of gametes that will cross with 2 types of gametes. So we will cross this one with all 4 and this one with all 4. So we will get 8 combinations. Okay, so just we cross it here. So in the first case, when we cross this one with this, we get YW. The second one we get YW plus YW. The third one we get Y plus W and YW. And the fourth one we get Y plus W plus and YW. All these are female because XX, 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 XX. All are female. Now again we cross this Y chromosome with all these X chromosome. So what we get? YW, Y, first combination, then YW plus Y, then third is Y plus W, then Y, fourth one is Y plus W plus and then Y. All these are male, all these are females. So we have 8 combinations. Now we have to see which one of them are parental combinations and which are recombinant. Okay, so if you see, this one is parental, this one is also parental, this one is also parental, okay, and this one is also parental, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are parental. I just write P, P, P and P. These are recombinant, so I write R, R, R and R. So after this, Morgan saw that 98.7% they are parental and 1.3% they are recombinant. So P and R ratio is 98.7 is to 1 is to 3, 1.3. It means that the parental combination they are more and the recombinant combination, they are very less. It means that the genes are very tightly closed and only few crossing over is taking place. That's why the parental ratio is more than the recombinant ratio. So if you understand this concept, we can see the next experiment. Okay.